evening and welcome. This is HASKE-TV News and I am Christiana Babayo. The federal government has announced a 150-day duty-free import window for food commodities as it stepped up efforts to tackle rising inflation, which had impoverished many Nigerians. The federal government made this call on Monday while expressing its decision to collaborate with states to expand land cultivation across the country. Our correspondent has the details.
Consequently, the government suspended duties, tariffs, and taxes for the importation of certain food commodities through land and sea borders. Among other things, the latest directive is expected to reduce demand for forests by food importers. The quarterly statistics of Central Bank of Nigeria showed that the country exported large amounts of food from foreign countries, despite being touted as the food basket of Africa. The high food import bill is a concern for the government. The country has a large agricultural sector, and there have been efforts to boost local production to reduce dependence on food imports. However, factors such as inadequate infrastructure, insecurity, climate change have hindered progress in the sector. The government had earlier ruled out the importation of food as part of strategies to address the high cost of foodstuffs and the economic hardship troubling the country. Speaking at the press conference held in Abuja, the Minister of Agriculture and Food Security, Abubakar Kyari, said that 150 days of duty-free imports will be valid for commodities including maize, husked brown rice, wheat and cowpeas. Hussaina Misa in Jeddah, HASKE-TV News.
The Nigeria Labour Congress (NLC) yesterday in Abuja asked the National Assembly to work with the tripartite committee on the new minimum wage to establish mechanisms for regular and systematic review of wage levels to ensure that they keep pace with the inflation and cost of living. President of NLC Joe Ajaero made the call in a goodwill message delivered at the National Retreat on Labor Reforms and the Quest for a Living Wage in Nigeria, a focus on legislative inventions organized by the National Institute for Legislative and Democratic Studies in Abuja. Ajaero urged the lawmakers to review and update labor laws to reflect the realities of today's economy and protect the people, adding that the review includes ensuring fair wages, safe working conditions, and protection against unfair labor practices. He called on the National Assembly to join the Labour in calling on the executive to transmit to the National Assembly the bill on the reviewed labor administration laws, which had gone through the tripartite process some years back but seemed to have been impounded by the executive. And in Plateau State, a woman has been arrested by the operatives of the Plateau State Police Command for allegedly operating a sex trafficking ring from Nigeria to the neighboring Ghana. The State Commissioner of Police, Olugbemi Adeshino, paraded the suspect identified as Peace John at the command headquarters in Jos. Adeshino told journalists during the parade that the 20-year-old female suspect, who specialized in child trafficking, was arrested at the Bukuru low-cost area in Jos South local government area after a tip-off. He stressed that apart from the series of stakeholder meetings held with stakeholders from the troubled local government areas in the state, as a remedy for peaceful coexistence in the state, he has placed intensive patrol, raiding of criminal hideouts, and visibility policing, which had become the hallmark of his policing strategy. And we will now go on a short break. When we return, HASKE-TV News will continue. Stay tuned.
Is here to make our communities, rural areas and villages better.
Agrisol is here to tackle deforestation, land degradation, erosion, desertification,
drought and climate change, repair damaged lands, show good farming methods and increase food production.
From Adamawa to Zamfara, Agrisol is here across 19 northern cities, rural areas, and lives better. Aprisol is here to make for the women, farmers, youths. Domingo Gole Baba.
Adamawa, Bauchi, Benue, Borno, FCT.
Aprisol is here to restore your land. Jigawa, Kaduna, Kano, Katsina. Aprisol is here to restore your land.
Kebi, Kogi, Kwara, Nasarawa, Niger.
Aprisol is here to restore your land. Let to Sokoto, Yobe, Taraba, Zamfara. Aprisol is here to restore your land. Aprisol is here to green our environment. Aprisol is here to make life better.
The National Examination Council wishes to inform the general public that registration for the 2024 Senior School Certificate Examination SSCE External has commenced. Registration for the examination is to be done on the NECO website www.neco.gov.ng. Candidates should note that there will be a biometric verification during the examination. Registration fee 22,250 naira only per candidate, excluding other items. Payment is to be made into NECO Treasury Single Account TSA through 5 payment methods. 1. ATM card. 2. Internet banking. 3. USSD. 4. Wallet. 5. Bank branch. Closing date Wednesday, the 6th day of November 2024. For further information, please visit www.neco.gov.ng or any NECO state office nearest to you. Announcer, Professor Anthony Ibrahim Ushishi, Registrar, Chief Executive.
Welcome back, and now the news will continue. In Kano State, the governor, Abba Yusuf, has directed the state Hisbah board to track down on groups suspected to be promoting and advocating for LGBTQ rights in Kano State. The directive was coming amid rising tensions over the activities of groups allegedly promoting same-sex marriage in the state. The Commissioner of Information, Baba Dantiye, disclosed this in a telephone interview on Monday. According to the Commissioner, the activities of the group, codenamed WISE, also known as Women Initiative for Sustainable Empowerment and Equality, were a complete breach of the state's moral standards and a violation of the Sharia law. And in another news, last month was the hottest June on record across the globe. The European Union's climate monitor said on Monday, capping half of the year of a wild and destructive weather from floods to heat waves. Every month since June 2023 has eclipsed its own temperature record in a 13-month streak of unprecedented global heat, the Copernicus Climate Change Service said. The service director, Carlo, who made this revelation, also noted that this is more than a statistical oddity and it highlights a large and continuing shift in our climate. He further stated that global average temperature notched last month broke the previous June record set in 2023, and this was inevitable as long as humanity kept adding heat-trapping gases into the atmosphere. And that's all we can take on HASKE-TV News tonight. Stay tuned to the interpretation of the news in Hausa. I am Christiana Babai.
Masu kallo barkanmu da warhaka ga fassarar labarun cikin harshen Hausa tare da ni Farida Sanusi Abubakar. Gwamnatin tarayya ta sanar da shirin tsagaita buɗe boda na kwanaki 150 na kayayyakin abinci ba tare da haraji ba, yayin da ta ƙara kaimi wajen magance hauhawar farashin kayayyaki da ya jefa 'yan Najeriya da dama cikin talauci. Gwamnatin ta yi wannan kiran ne a ranar Litinin yayin da ta bayyana ƙudurin ta na haɗa kai da jihohi domin faɗaɗa noman ƙasa a faɗin ƙasar nan. Sakamakon haka gwamnatin ta dakatar da haraji don shigo da wasu kayayyakin abinci ta kan iyakokin ƙasa da ruwa. Daga cikin wasu abubuwa, sabon umarni ana sa ran zai rage buƙatar masu shigo da abinci. Ƙididdigar da Babban Bankin Najeriya ta fitar a duk wata uku ya nuna cewa ƙasar na fitar da abinci da yawa daga ƙasashen ƙetare duk da cewa an ɗauke ta a matsayin kwandon abinci na Afirka. Ƙudurin dokar shigo da abinci ya damu gwamnati ƙasar na babban ɓangaren noma, kuma an yi ƙoƙarin bunƙasa noma cikin gida don rage dogaro da shigo da abinci daga ƙasashen waje. Duk da haka, abubuwa kamar rashin isassun kayayyakin more rayuwa, rashin tsaro da sauyin yanayi sun kawo cikas ga ci gaba a fannin. Ƙungiyar ƙwadago na Najeriya wato NLC jiya a Abuja ta buƙaci Majalisar Dokokin ƙasar da ta haɗa kai da kwamitin sassa uku kan sabon mafi ƙarancin albashin ma'aikata domin samar da hanyoyin bitar ma'aikata akai-akai da kuma tsayuwar daka domin tabbatar da cewa sun dace da hauhawar farashi da tsadar rayuwa. Shugaban ƙungiyar NLC wato Ajero ya yi wannan kira ne a cikin saƙon fatan alheri da aka gabatar a taron ƙasa da ƙasa kan sake fasalin ƙwadago na biyan albashi a Najeriya, a mai da hankali kan ayyukan majalisa wadda Cibiyar Nazarin Dokoki Dimokuraɗiyya ta ƙasa ta shirya wato NILDS a Abuja. Ajero ya buƙaci 'yan majalisar da su sake duba tare da sabunta dokokin aiki don nuna halin da tattalin arzikin ƙasar ke ciki a yau da kuma kare jama'a. Ya ƙara da cewa bitar ta haɗa da tabbatar da daidaiton albashi, yanayin aikin lafiya da kuma kariya daga ayyukan ƙwadago marasa adalci. Ya yi kira ga Majalisar Dokoki ta ƙasa da ta bi sahun ƙungiyar ƙwadago wajen yin kira ga ɓangaren zartarwa masu miƙa wa majalisar daftarin dokar da aka yi bita dokokin gudanar da aikin da aka yi a shekaran baya, amma ga dukkan alamu ɓangaren zartarwa suke ɗaure da shi. Jami'an rundunar 'yan sandan jihar Filato sun kama wata mata da laifin yin safarar 'yan mata domin jima'i daga Najeriya zuwa maƙwabciyarta wato Ghana. Kwamishinan 'yan sandan jihar Olugbemi Adesina ya bayyana wadda ake zargin mai suna Peace John a hedkwatar 'yan sanda da ke Jos. Adesina ya shaidawa manema labarai a yayin faretin cewa matar mai shekaru 20 da ake zargi ta ƙware wajen safarar jarirai an kama ta ne a unguwar Bukuru Locust da ke ƙaramar hukumar Jos ta Kudu bayan da aka samu labari. Ya jaddada cewa baya ga jerin tarurrukan da masu ruwa da tsaki suka yi daga ƙananan hukumomin jihar a matsayin maganin zaman lafiya a jihar, ya sanya sintiri mai tsauri da kai samame maɓoyar masu aikata laifuffuka da kuma aikin 'yan sandan gani da ido wadda ya yi sanadiyyar mutuwar mutane da dama, ya zama alaman dabarun aikinsa. Gwamnan jihar Kano Abba Yusuf ya umarci hukumar Hisba ta jihar da ta da ta murƙushe ƙungiyoyin da ake zargi da tallafawa da kuma fafutukar kare haƙƙin 'yan Kano. Umarnin dai na zaune ne a daidai lokacin da ake samun tashe-tashen hankula game da ayyukan ƙungiyoyin da ake zargi suna inganta auren jinsi a jihar. Kwamishinan yaɗa labarai Baba Dantiye ne ya bayyana hakan a wata hira da manema labarai ta wayar tarho a ranar Litinin. Masu kallo iya labaran da suka sauwaka kenan, sai ku kasance tare da sauran shirye-shiryenmu.